Hello everybody, this is Di Antinatalist, and this is a very special video, and it's also very sad. I'm going to give a tribute to a Facebook friend who took her own life a couple of months ago, and I have brought her picture with me, and I'm going to give a little, talk about, what she meant to me and how fun she was to me, and a little bit about her. I'm not sure a lot of you will recognize Linda. Her real name was Linda Harrison, and she's from Australia. On Facebook, her name was Laura, and I actually brought pictures of her that I had developed before I left so I could do this tribute to her. And she was a big lover of animals, horses, dogs, especially dogs, I think. So anyway, just to give you a little insight into where I'm at, I am near Baby Beach in Aruba, and this is a pet cemetery, and I had been here 16 and a half years ago, and I wanted to come back, and this was just a perfect opportunity to give a tribute to Linda. In fact, I saw the posting that she had died, and I saw the posting from her friends who had found her peacefully. So she had taken her own life, like I said, and she had bought nitrogen and used a bag. So she went very quickly and peacefully. So I'm just going to get out of my car and park it here and show you some close-ups of this cemetery. I'm going to show you a picture of Linda, and as I said, her name was Laura on Facebook, and she was a track work jockey, and she rode horses. And if any of you know her, you probably remember the incident where her horse rolled over her and caused extensive damage to her. This is her. She was 42 when she died. We actually spoke on the phone about 2 years ago, and that was one of her beloved dogs. So those of you who may recognize her photograph know that she received extensive injuries from her horse accident, and she had multiple surgeries. I don't really know the details of the surgery, but I think her back or her ribs were affected. This dog is named Coco. She was in a lot of pain. She was I think she had some cosmetic injuries, I believe, to her nose especially, and I just remember her on Facebook talking about pain, and I don't think she went into a lot of details on Facebook, but she called me once. She called me about a year and a half before she died, and we talked. She called me from Facebook. I guess it was FaceTime, and I was really elated because she was one of the funnest people that I knew on Facebook, and she was a real believer in antinatalism and not being placed into existence. And I think she had a rough go of it, even before her horse accident. It wasn't that the accident alone was enough, to just, wreck her stability in this world. Oh, that's really precious. This is like some kind of like reed around a metal heart. That's really precious. But she gave me some really personal details that I don't feel comfortable sharing online. But she had a real interesting past. I don't think her parents were in the picture. Pretty rock. Pink. And she had a couple of women friends who had, found her. Whitey. Rest in peace, Whitey. So she was 42 when she died, and she was living in Queensland, Australia. And she was a big fan of my channel, Dana's channel, and Gary and Mendham's YouTube channel. And she had specific details that she remembered about all three of us. And we would just talk in general about, the YouTubers, and I guess she was, really hooked on certain channels. She really liked what the three of us had to say. And so, after her horse accident, she wasn't on Facebook very much. In fact, about 8 or 9 months went by, and I messaged her, and I never got any replies back. And I was just really disappointed because, I knew she was around. She would post maybe a photograph every now and then, but she would never respond on Messenger. And so, the last time I messaged her was on November the 23rd of 2020. And she passed away just a couple of weeks later on December 3rd. Linda was one of a kind. She was energetic. And one of the best words that I can describe her with is zany. That's not a word I ever use, but I would say that she was zany. She was quite a character. She was well-spoken. She was intelligent. She was creative. She loved animals, and she loved fun. I think I might have met her on a Facebook group called Don't Date Men Who Use Porn. But I'm not really sure. We met online like 3.5 to 4 years ago, and I really can't remember the details. She was a typical Gemini. She was born June the 19th, 1978. And so, like I said, the horse rolled over her and, doing extensive cosmetic and or physical damage to her. And I don't think she felt like she could ever recover. And she did have multiple operations, and she had sought other operations, I guess, and she probably just figured, that there was no future for her. And I really completely understand. This is the Rainbow Bridge. Let me just read this. When an animal dies that has been especially close to someone here, that pet goes to Rainbow Bridge. There are meadows and falls for all of our special friends so they can run and play together. There is plenty of food, water, and sunshine, and our friends are warm and comfortable. All the animals who have been ill and old are restored to health and vigor. Those who were hurt or maimed are made whole again, just as we remember them in our dreams of days and times that gone by. The animals are happy and content, except for one thing. They each miss someone very special to whom they had left behind. They all run and play together, but the day comes when suddenly stops and looks into the distance. His eyes are bright. Anyway, His eager body quivers. Suddenly he begins to run from the group, flying over the green grass, his legs carrying him faster and faster. You have been spotted, and when your special friend finally meet, you cling together in joyous reunion, never to be parted again. His happy kisses rain upon your face. Your hands again caress the beloved head, and you look once more into the thrusting eyes of your pet, so long from your life but never absent from your heart. Then you cross the rainbow bridge together. Well, so to my best friend, Baloo. So I don't really believe in that poem. I just think that when we die, we are just freed from all our worries and fears and pains. And that's probably good enough for most of us. And it certainly is good enough for my friend Linda. She was never able to work as a jockey nor ride again. She endured many surgeries and was in pain. The frustration and little hope she had for recovery was enough to, send her on to a different mission and end her earthly existence. She told me once, she'd been a fan of mine since my channel that got removed, Child Free Diane. So that's where she met me, I guess, or she found me online somehow. And she said that me, Dana, and Amanda were the bravest women in the world, and that was one of the last things that she told me in our on Messenger on Facebook. She actually told me that I would be burned at the stake 70 years ago. So I was very happy to have met Linda and even spoken on the phone, because I really haven't spoken on the phone to more than about 5 or 6 Facebook friends. And so that's quite spectacular that she considered me enough of a friend to have called me. And so I know that because of her demise, that she is free from worry, heartache, depression, pain, disappointment, frustration, rejection. So, and I'm really, really sorry that that she didn't connect with me or tell me of her plans. And that's okay. I mean, she needed privacy, I suppose, and some sponge. But nevertheless, it's the people that are left behind that feel the sorrow. And the reason why I even checked on her page is because we had recently messaged each other, and we had kind of a good little conversation, and nothing about her, the tone of her discussion or anything, nothing at all seemed to indicate that she was at the end of her rope. But I'm sure she had planned everything by then, because she ordered a nitrogen tank. She did leave a note. She left a note behind, and her 2 friends found her. So I'm very sorry, that there was no goodbyes, and I didn't even know that she was, that close to the end. But I know now that she's at peace, and that's a good thing for her. So I can only be happy for her to be tormented so badly, and to be to have such torment and pain. Nobody should be blamed for wanting to exit, because people do need a peaceful exit, and it's really, it's sorrowful that she didn't have her friends or family. I think she had a brother or sister or something, but it's a shame that she had to be alone at her very last moment. And you know, she was probably full of fear, and probably tears rolling down her face. And you know, there is a need for euthanasia and physician assisted suicide, because you know, it's very, very painful that somebody has to leave this world alone, and there's just no other way out for them. There's no peace. Let's stop here again. I'm sure she was even worried that she may not even carry the duty out. Some people, unfortunately, make critical errors when they try to part. Chica, I had a Chica once. But, you know, some people make critical errors, and you know, they don't do the job. And you know, it's sad because some people are maimed or disfigured or paralyzed, you know, but her life ended and she was alone. This is te quiero mucho. Love you much. Love you forever. But there is a great need for assisted suicide. Any one of us could be in the position that Linda was at. And you know, she just was at wit's end, and utter deprivation and devastation. And I mean, I really hope that possibly in my lifetime, that physician assisted suicide will become a possibility. And there, look, there's a dog toy. Isn't that sad? 2 little turquoise dog toys. This is quite a long stretch of a pet cemetery, and it's no longer allowed to bury a pet here. Very interesting. Things have really weathered out here. Oh, look at this one. Look at that little doggy. Little stuffed toy. This is like probably the saddest part of my trip. It's sad, you know, it's just sad for me to know that all of these people love their dog so much and lost their dog and had to memorialize their dog. So not only all of these souls, all of these dogs or cats, and, you know, birds, chickens, whoever, rabbits, whoever was buried here, they suffered their lives. They suffered with it being placed into existence. And in addition, the families that took care of them also suffered. So it's just sad all around. There's just so much sadness in life. And I'm just going to drive to the very end here and take a couple of more minutes of footage. But that's all I have to talk about regarding my friend. So she wasn't even on Facebook. You know, I guess for the last year, she really didn't post anything. She might have commented on my my YouTube channel, but she did not. She was kind of absent from Facebook, and I think, you know, she was just beside herself. I think at one point she had a living situation that wasn't very ideal, as many of us do, you know, unless we are, you know, situated permanently in a house of our own. So yeah, so she wasn't on Facebook, so people may have even like forgotten about her, or even thought that, you know, just, you know, she just wasn't participating online anymore. So, you know, unless somebody posts that somebody has passed on, we would never know. And she lives so far far away. She lived in Australia, and just the fact that, you know, the distance alone creates you know, lack of proximity. And I didn't know any of her close friends. We didn't have too many you know, Facebook friends that were mutual. But oh boy, this is an exposed, oh my, I don't even know, but this is an exposed grave, and that's somebody's pet, and it was buried, I guess, wrapped around the plastic bag. Wow, incredible. So yeah, that's really sad. I don't know what the resemblances of the pink bottle is. And this is a very, very beautiful setting, as you can see. I think the wind had just kind of exposed that body. The wind had just blown the sand off. But anyway, people have adorned the graves with shells and coral. There were some feathers at one place. So anyway, I'm getting kind of hot standing out here, and there's a lizard over there. Can you see? It's moving. A lot of lizards in there, so fast. Rocky. Look at that lizard. So thanks for watching, guys, and you know, keep in touch with your friends, no matter how much of an effort it takes for you to get in touch with them. I had contacted her many times on Messenger before I ever got through, and that was at her last 2 weeks of life. So, you know, she was really, you know, just in a lot of discomfort and deep unhappiness in life, and, you know, just no future. And there's really no future for any of us, and we need assisted suicide desperately, because it should be our choice to end our lives, because we weren't given a choice to begin our lives. Thanks for watching, everybody, and please subscribe.